Friends, I'm recording a couple of videos today. Let me go date. Today is 19th August 2019. So probably let us make it as this week. Whatever I missed this week events, let me go one by one. Many subscribers are interacting with me, irrespective of their region, religion, and then caste or country. So because Kumar treat everybody equal, and they like my videos, and some even got addicted. They don't sleep that night without watching my videos. Anyway, I also got addicted to one of the journalist videos from his name is Sai, because I stopped watching Indian news television channels from 2015 April onwards. Only during elections that year I watched, and later recently TV9 is one of the Telugu news channel I watch only when there is any important debate, either political or, for example, Indian Army called for a discussion. So those kind of debates I watch. But recently one hater, I don't know, let's say one person posted a comment saying that Kumar copy pasted and he's a hater from NTV. Brother, it's really tough life in America. Of course, on this planet, for everybody has 24 hours, right? And 8 hours they go to work, 2 hours drive, 10 hours, and then 2 hours for getting ready for work, and then family life. If you're single, you go to gym, and that's how everybody's life and time. That's what. And I have been asking questions to various people, and then because earlier I never interacted with subscribers because I told it's for my videos for friends, right? Later I realized, and one gentleman wrote, when I asked a couple of subscribers who were interacting with me, why do people leave India, is one big debate took place in one of the Telugu channels. Unfortunately, most of the good discussions were in Telugu language. That's how probably many people may not be able to reach that news. That the debate was, why do India encourage people to leave for 52 nations across the globe, right? It's because no jobs and unemployment, and like that is the reasons. One of the AP Andhra Pradesh state NRI cell, non-resident Indian cell head, or somebody told during that time, that year. Anyway, let's not constrain only to particular reason. So I asked one gentleman, and then he told people who leave India purely for money, and because lots of graduates morphed into IT. Unfortunately, for example, what has Microsoft, Google, Apple, and Amazon contributed to society? I always think, why don't we have Indians? We always tell Microsoft CEO is Indian, and Google CEO is Indian. I don't know, when you trade in your nationality to American nationality, you are no longer an Indian. But we have to have that kind of companies to start in India, right? Can you name one Indian software that is running across all laptops or desktops today? I don't know, that's why I'm asking. And Punjabis and Gujaratis left India for more money. That is from the north part of India. Mostly people blame South Indians, but North Indians also equally came to America. That's what. And students told, as a North Indian student, they may not fake that much of resumes and all. Later, right, blame outsourcing companies. They have exploited human trafficking to all countries. Today, European nations are short of inexpensive manpower. That is why they are allowed Syrian to enter the Europe. So unfortunately, you cannot take words of Telugus as benchmark, but 90% of them are Telugus right now. That's what. And I have to make a separate video on doctors in U.S. They are filthy rich, and I told you in one video have to sleeps, and you have to take a rest, you have to relax. You should not continuously work on the monitor by placing the mouse head or neck in the same angle, right? Then you will get severe spondylitis. And I used to carry 250 lb sand, and sometimes I carried in my van also. Then during that time in New York project, one of the American colleagues advised, Kumar, don't carry sand in the truck, because if somebody hit, you will end up paying, right? That's how American prime vendors also exploit the H1B's labor. But for American workers, they pay even 70 cents toll also, but for Indians, they don't. So this is what I'm expressing. I'm not crying, man. Many are writing, you are crying what you did for India. So it's only question of dollars, brother. Okay. Uh, Stop blaming India. And one guy wrote, it's purely dollars. We are here for dollars. Okay. In front of dollars, no religion, no caste, nothing. Okay. And that's so. And today also I kept a video that is clarification, not explanation, about Kashmir. I don't think any videos required for Kashmir, because from the 7th to 10th grade, all the students have studied social studies. It is covered, and later on, based on individual interest, either they go for art, science, and medicine those days. But currently it is different scenario. Most of them going for engineering, right? So those those who go for arts like me, then they follow the lot of news, right? Political and economics. So I'm well aware, but later I will place videos on it. So that's what I told, and I released a clarification video. And I asked various people what is life. That is one question. And recently I'm a student also, right? How is the day one experience and all. So life, you have to make your life happy, brother, except you. And selfish defies all religions. And this is one of the gentlemen followed me as I've asked the questions, and various subscribers, let us not name it. And Swami Vivekananda said first food and then religion. That is what. And another subscriber sent one of the few of my friends, at least 5 members, they traveled from they traveled to Texas to meet the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, India. So he has come to admit his daughter into engineering college. Whatever, it is a personal reasons, we should not disclose. But half of the week he spent for official trip also, like meeting the foreign delegates to invite to India for investments. But during the Chandrababu Naidu earlier AP CM also visited couple of times. I don't know how many of them go back and invest in the companies. And a friend has forwarded this one. It's called the Great Andhra website. They have written an article, Jagan's Dalla's meeting badly organized. That's what I want to make a positive video based on the inputs my NRI friends here. NRI means non-resident Indian, but I call it in a humorous way, non-reliable Indians. Don't trust Indians in USA. That's one. And then so they wrote the food is good, but organization is not good, or whatever. And let's go by week wise. And that's one. And also some of the parents from India, various, they also wrote comments on their experiences about marriages, love marriages and all. But some of the videos probably I would make it in Telugu. I just now replied comments, answers, whoever post. Raju Bali, he did BS. And another Hardik Yadav, this gentleman watching all my videos, posting comment. Thank you, brother, but unfortunately I could not guide in wrong way, that is coming to America to drive the cab, or coming to America through illegal way. That's not I am not advising here. And one more thing, somebody posted this on LinkedIn to me, messaged me about what's happening in India, but media is not is telling that. But media in India is like paid and corrupt and caste, and some media is good, honest and truthful. Like for example, NDTV, I've been following from my New Delhi television, Pranan Roy, my favorite person. I follow him, and then whoever write against Honorable Prime Minister of India or BJP or Modi, they tag it as anti-India. That's where I don't really. So that's why media also scared to write truth. So they are all ending up as what you call not exposing the truth. So that is what happening, and yeah, let me, if you can give me a minute, let me, yeah. So a lot of news in that statement is fake. It's a propaganda against Modi. I mean, the 25 points somebody sent one subscriber. So another subscriber investigated on it, and then he told some of the replies. But I called India before making those two, sorry, videos in that. Yeah, that's what. And Jet Airways is closed due to promoters swindling the company and running up huge debt. And public sector units like Air India, BSNL, HAL, etc. are suffering due to mismanagement by previous governments. BJP is trying to privatize Air India. Maybe we'll do some same with BSNL. And Postal Department and Railways will run at a loss since the services are subsidized and while being overstaffed thanks to strong unions. Auto industry is feeling the effect of the current recession. So Aircel is a victim of predatory pricing of telecom business, nothing to do with the government. So Mukesh Ambani has shut down some more. Uh, Only Reliance, Vodafone, Airtel, and left over out of the 8 operators who started 20 years ago. So this is what one of the subscriber has sent information on encounter with the other 25 points, right? Yeah, some news fake if they don't write their name, but some news they don't want to, like for example in WhatsApp we circulate news, right, especially in India and US also. um, there even in one Indian attorney has circulated fake news against the President Trump before even taking his president chair. That's what happens because there is no source, no authenticity of the information, right? You have to cross check, and I did a cross check today, and but some of it, like for example, the guy has committed suicide, coffee day. I also told like he has a lot of property he can sell off, and but we don't know what's happening. And then I talked to friends in IRS department, and they denied IRS is not harassing him. It is his failure. That's what they told, and these are the points I would like to cover in this video. That's what, and please feel free to email me if any questions on H1B. And Kumar Exclusive is for truth, brother. I'm not only patent for H1B. So if I place videos on politics and economics, some Indians are attacking or like scolding me like anything, as if I'm the only entitled to speak H1B but not other topics. And many have been sending about other channel. A Telugu guy mostly hails from my county in India. That guy, somebody, his last name is Chaudhary, is unsubscribed and saying that that guy is doing good. But I receive a lot of information from various folks saying that he is offering SAP Sana free course, but charging 5,000 Indian rupees from 100 people, saying that 100 limited seats, and he's making 5 lakhs Indian rupees. Sir, is it not scam? Why is that guy cheating like this? So I told, I'm speaking for truth, brother. There are many Indians are placing videos. It consumes time, right? Time and life, for especially truth costs a life. and it's okay, good if they share, but if they ditch, you have to report. And that's what many Indians are doing. We all Indians are here for dollars. I've showed you the dollar note, right? So for more money, obviously they cheat in the name of free training. In internet era, you don't need any motherfucker need to give a training, man. If internet, I'm sorry to use bad words, but I cannot hold my frustration, right, when somebody is getting cheated. When it comes to SAP, I learned in institute in Amirpet. Anybody who came from India learned SAP if they did not work in top 10 outsourcing companies or top companies. They learned SAP through Amirpet CDs. Some they go to Saudi, wherever. So after coming over here, they go backdoor entry to the SAP company or various companies and working in SAP. Theft some of the documentation or whatever tools. They train others on online. This is illegal. You can report. And this fucker also doesn't know anything in he or she doesn't know, but she learn, and then they start looting others. You can charge for their time. You don't need to loot, right? That's what our guys are doing. So you got to be careful. And SAP is all about transaction codes. There are 50 transaction codes you need to know, and at work nobody use all transaction codes. It is restricted some of the jobs, right? For some T codes for some role like that. So at on site only most of the Indians are learning through Google and doing it. Majority, I can say 100, I'm not against generalization, but majority whom I talk, they said they learn it on site. In India, concept is different, right? So you don't need to worry if you don't know anything. Everybody may not know everything. They know only bits and pieces. Even including American colleagues or American friends, they do not consider IIT as a great institute, but America unfortunately consider only BTech from IIT, and rest of it is a tissue paper. So they don't consider America as IIT as something great. So you don't need to worry if you don't get a seat in IIT. It is only the Indian parents crazy about fucking IIT, BTech. IIT dream purpose is Nehru, late Prime Minister of India, started for the development of India. But unfortunately, people study there also fleeing the country. They study at the cost of the public money, subsidized one, right? And that is what I would like to communicate. These are the points, and you can write the emails or points and news. I realize like both Pakistan and India fight each other for Kashmir, but if you ask me, 50% of Kashmir is occupied by China and Pakistan. And the map what we all posting on Facebook and everywhere, it is not the correct map, because 50% of Kashmir is not there, but in the map it is there, right? So India is defeated. Basically, we have to get it back. That whatever the land that is occupied by Pakistan and China, then we are successful, right? Then we have to do that war and get it back. So we don't need anybody's permission, right? So we have to get back our land. And Modi, we have to appreciate, Prime Minister of India, for doing the 370 whatever the. But media is totally hijacked, or that issue is hijacked. But there is a lot of other issues going on, right? Economic crisis, or started from demonetization onwards. So it's going down. That's what people are writing. Thank you once again. And these are the points. And when it comes to IT here, see, Indians say Americans cannot work. After 5 they don't work. That's why we come on H1, L1, B1, whatever. But who asked you to work after 5? If you work at after 5 at work, and if you are on any non-immigrant visa H1B, report to me, brother. Report to US government, sorry, and send me email. And let us sue your employer. If you work, that must be paid as a time and day off or comp off based on the agreement. But you cannot do slavery, right, if not paid. If you are US citizen, some US citizen, that is Indians by naturalization first, and then they are complained or whatever. I'm talking about H1B rules. If you are US citizen, if you work 20 hours a day, you have already signed an agreement, right? You have an offer letter, so that you have to see. Like for example, they are offering 300k to you and they ask you to complete the projects which you have agreed, then I can't help it. My rule, not my rule, man. H1B rule doesn't apply for you. I'm talking about H1B rules, time and day off and all. You have to check, right? Yeah, thank you for watching and let me know any questions.